It's a good thing that the player was able to get himself better quickly.
I know. I'm happy to know that it didn't take him more than a week for that to happen.
Anyways, I think that we should talk about something that will make people who listen to us feel happier.
Okay, what should we talk about then?
Maybe we should talk about this game that has been brought back after it wasn't in the App Store for a long time.
Really? What game?
Okay, I know that we already talked about Mega Jump a while ago.
Yeah, but what we didn't talk about was how there was the first version of that game and then the second one years later.
Although the gameplay we showed you is actually a clone of the actual game, it looks almost exactly how you played Mega Jump 2.
And for this video, we're going to be talking about the first Mega Jump game.
Because the player has been so happy playing that game since he played it more than 10 years ago.
However, we did notice some differences between the game back then and nowadays.
That's why we're going to be talking about the differences in that game while the player enjoys playing it. I can see that you start the game the same way, but where's that noticeable laugh every time the character gets launched up?
Maybe it's because the new developers of the game thought that red stars were too much to start the game.
Speaking of that thing that you collect, did you notice that if you get a lot of them, the sound effect isn't played in a loop anymore?
Instead, the sound is played for every star that you collect in that game, which I think might scare some people.
For the power-ups, if you look at the magnet, it doesn't give you that extra boost once the power-up is done.
Not to also mention the missing boosts you get when you use the anti-gravity boots.
That blue fireball that they call the supernova doesn't attract coins and stars towards the character as it did before.
But at least it still launches the character faster up than the orange one.
For the music, although I wouldn't know who wouldn't like the music in the game, it's louder than usual.
Maybe they did that to keep other players more attached to that bouncy music played in that game.
And finally, why does it require a subscription to play this game for an unlimited amount of time? The player was able to play this game for as long as he wanted back then when it was free.
I guess the player was desperate to bring this nostalgic game back again.
Anyways, to wrap things up, although there are now differences between the game back then compared to nowadays, it's still so fun for the player to enjoy.
Yeah, let's now go back to the news area to talk about what the player and us are hoping for.
I just want to say that it's a good thing that the player only stayed in the hospital for a few days.
It is because if he had to stay longer, we'd have to take a longer break because of not only that, but because we would also have to wait for him to feel happier before we upload videos again.
So we both hope that you enjoy watching this video after we had to take a break from recording them for a while.
Please like this video, subscribe to the player's channel while clicking on the bell.